But they are just slowly making more and more money each time as the loss bonus builds as well. Again, Kyiv going to be holding over towards the B site. Moniz does have his trusty orb. You've got to remember, 3 players on the T side don't actually have head armor, so those M4s are going to be just as deadly as an AK in this round. Towards the back of site is going to be tabseN. Going for a little bit of a jump spot. Again, it is going to be an A hit. Pride starting to seem a bit like a broken record. Morel's already tagged down to just 6 HP. They are just trying to force the issue on A every single time. Now, they have been able to get the bomb down in the majority of rounds. It's just been after plant positions where things have become a little bit more difficult. They're still going to be waiting around mid, and by the looks of things, they may be tempted to just look to double back. Reitz still over towards his squeaky position. They're checking that nobody has pushed all the way through. Now they are going to make their move. Legia goes down, doesn't have any support. I think Nex was supposed to be watching that angle. Otherwise, it seems like a bit of an obscure peek. And once again, it's going to be this A site. tabseN mollying off one position to try and hold them back a little bit. Does peek out, but already goes down. They line up for Nex. However, he can't do anything. And godb has no idea there's a man right next to him. How does he win that battle, Luz? Mistakes have been made. Still, a 2 versus 3. Bomb's going to be going down. Kyiv waiting to see if there's any aggression, and by the looks of things, the CT side may just be holding on to their weaponry. Money's still going to be a problem even if they do. 1,400 added in. Give Legia the chance to pick up maybe a FAMAS. tabseN can't even afford that. It's not going to be good, whatever they decide. godb can probably drop 1. Yeah, he can drop a FAMAS at least. Kyiv's got to be a little bit careful here because he doesn't want to lose that AWP. That's such a big gun to have in the next round. Either way, we're going to see another pause. Second tactical pause already from Big. This time they've got a bit more of a decision to make. Definitely hasn't been the start they've looked for over on their CT side. They are going to go for it. Legia will stick with the Deagle. He's actually been doing pretty well with that so far, so that's not too bad a decision. And tabseN going to be thrown over the AK. Still going heavy on utility, something that Big pretty much known for, but a lot of the time, okay, it buys them time, but when it comes to the actual aim battles, Pride have been winning them. They now have a full buy themselves. Not a huge amount of money left, so if Pride are to lose this round and don't get themselves bomb plant, then, oh, who knows. Kyiv be going for an aggressive peek, looking to jump over the top, and the flashbang helps him, but he doesn't connect. Given an opportunity, 3 targets, doesn't find any of them, and then he's caught by Reitz. Smart peek from him, knows that his opponent's going to be running away. Nade at least will drop in, but doesn't actually do much damage at all. Now Morels is trying to be a little bit sneaky. There's nobody watching into middle. Both players facing the wrong way, and it's just slaughter. Every single player except godb is dead. I don't know what's going on from Big at the moment. They're being torn apart by very simple plays. And just being dragged all over the place. godb is now going to be the only one left alive. This is Big's map choice as well, yeah. At least one weapon will go into the hands of the CT side. They're not going to have the money to buy in the next round anyway. Will now be 6-5 in favor of Pride. They take the lead once again. Either way, this round is just going to be a flat eco. Nothing going to be invested for the CT side other than what was saved into the previous round. Here we go, though. Straight push into middle. There's actually going to be multiple players here for the CT side. They've somewhat stacked it. 4 players around the corner waiting for the push, but the Molotovs will clear them out. Nice work from the T side, just making sure that they have all the angles covered. Got me. Will at least pick up one with a rifle. Now Keeve is the only man left, looking to try and come in from behind. Keeve. Well, attempt something, but not going to work out. 7-5. CT side can buy themselves in this round. I don't think they're going to be saving anymore like we saw previously with just going for some pistols and trying to get what they want on the board. It's got to the point where they just need to be picking up some rounds, but... Oh, okay. I just saw a pistol drop, and I was wondering if they're going to try and actually juggle some things around. That would have been a bit peculiar at this point in the game. Either way, as said, rifles on every single player. Still a reasonable amount of utility, and only 1 kit onto God B. Looking like he's had enough of waiting around. A little bit of aggression going to be coming out. Mid control already taken. The T side have had that for free, and the CT side not been that great at holding onto it. However, this time they've abandoned it, but they've put players in positions to actually counter a lot of the spots that can be taken. However, quick pushing. God B should have heard the vent being popped, and instead is still caught with a nade. Keeve now the only one left on the site as they look to try and push in. Smoke into CT, and Keeve has been spotted. They're going to try and Molotov him out of position, running into the fire and flames, and he can't do anything at the moment. Rotation in from the remaining CT players. Begia almost losing his head. Tom will be able to cross the site, and that's going to be the plant for vent room. Shots going through, and Tabson actually going to get worse back in return. Remaining CT players just looking to try and hold on to their weapons, but they got to worry about Maniz from behind. Does have an AWP, and that could actually be going into the hands of the CT side if they're not careful. Remaining players are just going to look to try and fall back. Tabson spotted the AWP to play with going into the next round, and with the max loss bonus, almost max, sorry, 2,900, he can actually buy himself a rifle, drop the AWP over, and they can probably go for a buy in this round. Second to last. Why am I casting this? This is a throw. Oh, God. Totally, because Big could never lose this game. That's the craziest thing that's ever happened in Counter... Oh, no, it's not. Oh. 8-5. Thank you, Nesson. I love you too. Push could be coming in. We'll see what they can do with the pistols. Already, next we'll be able to pick up one, but this time they're going to push towards B. There's nobody on B. Oh, this is just unfortunate for the CT side. They've gone for a gamble, finally stacking that A site, and, well, they look to switch things around. Be caught out in middle. Getting that gun's not going to be easy, and actually Tabson's managed to find another one. There's only 2 players left for the T side, looking to try and plant that bomb, faking it out to hopefully get the CT side to push, but they are just going to be waiting. It's actually the best chance they've had in quite a while to actually go into this round, and well, they were just saving quite a bit of money in this situation. Frey going to be going through. Reeks will be able to pick one back up. However, Nex is there to trade, and now only left onto Morels. Keeve will take the final kill with the AWP, and it will be 8-6. Still a chance for an 8-7 half, which I think, considering how things have gone, Big will probably take that and then move on to their T side.
Counter-terrorists win.
Double AWP set up for the T's for the final round. Interesting on the T side, but it is quite common for the CT side to go aggressive on this map. However, I can't actually think of too many occasions where Big have gone aggressive. They've been fairly passive in a lot of their plays. I think we've seen tabseN maybe as a reactive play take over A main, but for initial pushes, they haven't really been a team to do it. It's only been this AWP peeking into middle. Morels, very aggressive push straight through the smoke. Not going to be caught for it though, so that gives quite a bit of positional advantage now to the T's, and CT side don't really look willing to retake that. They're just going to hold towards the sites. Look to try and just win the individual duels. Maniz still has the AWP homed in on position. Tabs actually be boosted above. Maniz trying to do something fancy, but I don't think that's going to be working. But he will actually get the first kill. Next going to be going down already again in middle. They're really having trouble in middle at the moment. However, they've still brought it back to a 4 versus 3. Maniz is already low on HP, and they got 45 seconds left to actually make their move. It looks like they may just split back towards the B site, which means that GodB, you got some work to do, buddy. It hasn't been your day so far, but can you hold on to this B site? You're all alone. Luz going to be pushing in. Sprays down a first. Slows the push at least a little bit. Just looking to try and stay alive as long as possible. But behind him will come Tom. And it is just going to be the trade back. Leaves it all onto tabseN. 1 versus 3. Now, if you're a big fan, you don't want anybody else in this situation. He is the man who can turn games into the favor of the Germans. Smoke going to be holding him out. And that second smoke is going to make things even worse. Just looking to try and push through and almost takes down Tom. Unfortunately, almost isn't enough. 9-6. Big, after winning the pistol, not managing to pull too many more rounds on the board. But they're not out of this by any stretch. They win the second pistol. They're level pecking going onto their T side, which, well, normally when you look at Big, a very strategic base team, it is going to be that T side where they step up. Kurt Cobain seems to believe. Here we go, though. Pistol round going to be important for either side. Morel's going to be playing in mid. He's got a lot of players pushing his way, and he will be overwhelmed by tabseN from above, who actually looks for Luz and finds the second as well. As said, this can be the man to change the game. Still, 2 players actually on this B site. There's a chance, a small chance. And maybe the CT side can actually hold on here already, though. They're going to be... Well, should be losing Reeds. How's he still alive? He's only got 6 HP. Eventually, it will be a trade back, but there's still 2 players. The bomb is currently dropped. Nice shot from Keeve will overwhelm one of them, but now Tom has to try and clutch this out. It's the first. Keeve has a huge HP advantage. Ooh, Tom almost loses life. Just to that, but hits the headshot. Big, again, with a big advantage at the beginning of that round, courtesy of tabseN. And it will be Tom to clutch things out. Nice one tap. And holy cow, there's just nothing going Big's way at the moment. Almost just called them Pig. That would have been a bit of a slip up. 10-6. It's all in the name, innit? People called Tom. Always good at Counter-Strike. Except me, of course. Eve looking for the shots through the smoke. Living on a prayer. Maniz with the aggression will take down tabseN. Takes a lot of damage in the meantime. However, his teammate's there to defend him as the push comes in from behind. Keeve still praying for a miracle. Will I take you to prom? Well, I don't drive, so I don't know how I'm taking you. You can take me. Nex and Keeve. Make that just Nex. And, oh, almost takes down Morels, but now the flank's going to be coming in, and eventually Luz will close it. 11-6, not a single player dropped. Pride now should have themselves a fairly easy next round. Not going to be much invested at all. Maybe a flashbang or a P250 or something of the sort. Marry you? That's quite a commitment. You got to at least buy me dinner first. I said just Glocks this time. Chance to make some decent money with the shredders. Push could be coming in. Tabson still manages to get one. However, I think that may be all she wrote. Flank from behind. Maniz even dunks one. And now we see 12-6. Finally, the T's are going to have themselves a bye. Here we go, though. Aggression coming out from the CT side. Looking for the star, but it will be Nex and Tabson to do the work and already take the man out of Squeaky. Attempted flank, but Keeve is waiting, and this has been a dismantlement of the CT side this round. Only one man left alive, and although they line up, he won't do any damage. And it will be big to take a 7. It's a quick round from the Germans. However, there is going to be a buyback in. Let's see if the CT side can break straight back. There's a little bit of extra money, of course. Winning a flawless round helps you quite significantly. Yeah, just gonna be jump spotting. You know, but of course, now at least they should be able to see his head while he does it. B side gonna be setting up over towards this A site. Smoke's gonna be thrown in. Only one man here. Maniz looking to try and hold the cross. We'll have to go for a timing shot, but doesn't quite hit it. And now it is just gonna have to be the retake. Nobody really in position to do anything about this push. Back in, Morel's on the edge of the site, but already Maniz running straight through the smoke will go down. Trade comes in from Luz, but Godby's doing work and finds a second as well. Tabson with a nice one tap. Leaves just Tom left. Looking like Big are going to slowly build back into this match. A 1 versus 4 that I'm not expecting anything to happen here. And by the looks of things, Pride may be calling a pause of their own. Just looking to try and save the weapon. They won't have a buy in the next round, so keeping something here will be important. Tabson at least going to go down. They can try and make things a little bit more costly. You have to remember, last round was flawless. This one definitely won't be. Another kill coming in. Still going to be Legia actually round that position. Don't think he should be able to take down the remaining player. And we'll be 8-12. Couple of players dropped, as said, makes things a little bit more costly, but not anything that Big will have to worry about just yet. Tom is going to have to be the catalyst in this round. At least try and make things a little bit costly. Because the T side haven't built up too much money. You got Godby with a decent amount and Keeve in a similar state. But the remaining 3 players are still around that 2,000 marker. And, well. Okay, almost. Going for the wall bang. Not going to actually connect. Now using a pixel angle. I actually quite like this from Keeve. shot that I could never hit in a billion years. I'd probably flick and somehow the bullet would ricochet back into my own face, but... still a nice little attempt. Tom is going to be set up in A main, of course, the one rifle. A few pistols have been purchased up. We'll be able to find the opening. That's not bad, actually. Doesn't take much damage either. Still a couple of players with Kevlar. However, that weapon's not really going to be retrievable. He's going to be coming out. Kiev with the AWP. Reet's going to be alone on the B site, so it is just going to be a little bit more presence in the middle, and they're going to go aggressive. Tom's actually going to be able to pick up a couple. Looking for his third as Next peeks in. However, it is just going to be a trade, and now only pistols remain. Maniz in a decent spot. Hits the instant one-tap, and now all alone. It's going to be Legia. And Maniz has retrieved an AWP. It may actually be possible for him. Legia actually looking for the peak, and Maniz hits the shot. 1 AK. And a few pistols is all Pride need to break back versus Big. And I said they wanted to make this costly. How about winning a round? Ludicrous stuff. Great work from Maniz at the end as well. But it was Tom to kick things off. 3 kills for him in the round. He was the catalyst. He did exactly what he needed to do. But the thing to take away from it as well, Pride played that as a team. And that was great to watch. I'm gonna see a... oh, I thought we were gonna see a run boost or something there. Oh, they're getting smoked off, I suppose. There's not really that much point. No one will get to see it. They're only doing it for star points, of course. A bit of mid presence coming out from Morales. Knees actually over towards the A side. And aggression once again from Luz, who's taken complete control of A main. Tom's actually having a standout game. He is one of the sort of up and down players for Pride. Sometimes he's very, very good, and other times, well, not so much. But this is one of those performances that, if he can keep this going, Pride may be about to knock Big straight back out of the tournament. They've only just joined it as one of the invite teams. They may be packing straight away. Smoke will be thrown in over towards that A site. Mid control has been taken from the T side, and the CTs need to be aware of this. Not playing fairly passive on the site. Maniz actually going to be caught out in the open. A horrible position for him to be sat in, and already we're going to lose a couple of players. Make it a third. The T side looking to break straight back versus Pride, and while it is looking like they're going to be in a one and done situation, just try and hold on to their weapons once again. We've seen what they can do with a single weapon. However, it may be only a single weapon, as Tom is the only person left alive once more. Pause once again called from Pride. Got B. Looks like he has spotted out his opponent. All the T players looking to try and remove this weapon from the hands of Pride. They don't want to give them another chance to have that Catalyst player, and I don't think they're going to. Tom won't take anybody down. Got B on just 2 HP. And it will be 13-9. 4 rounds to the difference. And this time the CT side, well, if they are going to have a catalyst, Maniz could actually buy himself an AWP. And that's exactly what he's going to do. See what they can do with this buy. Pretty risky. They wouldn't probably have got much better in the next round anyway. The only difference could have been maybe they dropped a few pistols instead, or a couple of UMPs, and spread the risk a little bit instead. This is just going to be the straight up AWP on Maniz. He's going to hold on to B. The rest of the players are all going to stack towards the A site. Quick push into middle. Smoke. Actually going to be thrown onto shot. It's quite a nice smoke from Eve. I like that. Might have to try and steal that. I'll probably completely miss it, but nice. Push can be coming in. They've already taken complete control of A main, and that could be fairly interesting because the bomb is actually sat on boost at the moment and could double back around. Interested to see if they will just actually opt to drop into middle, or they do go back towards A main. Legia at the moment won't be able to spot anything out and is looking to just try and clear the remaining angles. Although, I don't think that's an angle that particularly needed clearing. I suppose it did drop down onto the box to the left anyway, so it worked to an extent. Still yet to clear out A main. Mani's going to be rotating around with that AWP. Not spotting anything out as of yet, and the pushback in from Luz is going to net pretty much all of the information that the CT side need. Instead, Kiev holding off any rotations. Luz looking to try and do something here. Maniz and Morels have found a couple of their own, and they're getting a little bit bogged down over on that T side. They need to get themselves moving pretty quickly indeed. Morels looking to double back around. Has got himself another AWP. There's in fact 2 AWPs at the moment, and Morels will be able to pick up one and a second as well. It's all on to just tabseN, 1 versus 1. It's going to be planting the bomb in quite an obscure location, but just wants to get it down and now play for the after plant. Maniz, Morels even up above. It doesn't matter. tabseN takes his head off. A close round, an almost round for Pride. However, it doesn't matter. tabseN will win it. Money's still going to be good for the T's, and the CT side can't invest. I said, though, can't be an investment this time from the CTs. Again, they're just going to go for a heavier stack over towards that A site. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's the right call, as the majority of the T's, at least, wait over towards B. Although the bomb is starting to rotate back around. Currently sat in useless. One by one, though, the aggression comes in. Legia going to be padding his stats a little bit. Moving himself up the board. And now they can just walk into B. Only one man here. Morels with his P250. May at least try and make his money back off that purchase. He's not going to be able to. Flawless round for Big. Lots of money made. They're starting to stack up economy themselves. Now comes the buyback in. Now, we've seen what they can do with a single AWP, a single rifle. Well, they now have every single rifle that they need. They won't have the utility to back it up, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a kit either, which is going to be a bit of a loss for them. Into middle. God B already going to be starting things off. Nice work from him. 4 versus 5. Boost can be coming into the vents. They have a little bit more control into mid. God B already spots out the man in vent. Aggression has come in from Maniz. He is going to be the lone player over towards that A side of the map at the moment. If they do opt to go through middle, well, the only man here is going to be Morels. Still, 11 to 13, 4v5, limited utility and no kit. It's going to be pretty difficult for the CT side in this situation, but they've been doing pretty well, at least individually. Still sat in the smoke. It's going to be the one man, and the second Molotov going to be thrown in. Now they need to try and help him out. He's just going to be stuck in the corner. Burning down will be Morels. And they've cleaned up 2 more kills, leaving only a couple of players remaining. Maniz trying to flank in. But already a 3-man disadvantage. I don't know how effective this flank can realistically be, especially now that the B site is 100% under the control of the T side. Reitz may just want to try and save his weapon here. I don't think there's any chance of them doing enough damage to be too costly or even winning the round. But Maniz at least going to find one. Not anything too valuable. And Reitz pushing through the smoke at the end. Not sure why we didn't see a save come in. But it is now going to be 13 to 12. Big are on that comeback hype. After losing 9-6 in the first half and the pistol round, they're now only 1 round away. Nice start already for Kiev. The aggression from the CT side is going to be punished. It's going to be pretty sexy shot. It has to be said. It's a nice little lineup. Pistol of Luz. We'll be able to take down one. We'll see Reitz. Find another one, so they're at least doing a little bit of damage. So it's almost as if, like, they fixed the one that Body created, and then somebody else has just found another one anyway. Is that... It's Chris J. Someone just said it's Chris J. Somebody said it was Jason R. Jason. Okay. Either way, we're going to have Luz going for the aggression. He will just find an early trade, but that doesn't really benefit them too much. As now, the push is just looking, coming onto the site already. Godby going to pick up a second spray from above. Does some damage, and Morels at least evens things up. However, the spray through the smoke is going to damage both players. Forcing Tom out of the corner. Right through. Morel's already going to be finding one, but it's a very quick trade. Reitz needs this kill and will find it, but it is going to be Tamsin again, holding down the fort, keeping them going. Every time you see one, it seems to be him who's the man standing. 14-13. Big have taken themselves the lead. And the CT side are going to be forcing into this one. Big with the chance to make the comeback. Only needing 2 more rounds. They have looked very good on their T side indeed. Only 1 round going the way of their opponents. And that was actually off the back of 1 AK. Nice start already. Moniz is down and out. This mid control has been a problem for both teams. East side, of course, slowing right down. Knowing that they have a big advantage in this situation. There will be some aggression from Luz. Looking to try and even things up here. Can he do anything in this situation? There's going to be multiple players pushing towards him. Smoke going to be going over. He needs to do so much damage already. Gets the first. Looks for a second, but it's a very quick trade. That will, however, give the information over to his remaining teammates. Tom going to be in the corner. There's still a player in mid that they have to worry about. What can he do? Finds a first, but again, it's just going to be a trade. And with the man advantage already in the hands of this T side, there shouldn't be too much of a problem. 1 man remaining. Looking like map point will be coming in, but Reitz at least manages to get a kill. 2 players left to deal with. B and Legia at the back of the site. Reitz almost catches one jumping, but instead gives his position away. Molotov going to be there to try and hold him back, and they do know roughly where he is. Door going to be closed. He finds the kill, but Godby trades. 15-13. The comeback is there. And now only... well, basically the same buy as we saw in the previous is there to try and stop them. again. Keeve going for his trusty wallbang. Goes back to the patient play towards the B site. Aggression being attempted by Luz, but won't be able to find anything. I'm just going to be thrown out to clear any potential boost and close players. Here we go, though. Luz will be able to start things off. Has support from Maniz. Shuts down a second, but it's still just going to be a 2-for-2 trade. Man on the site. Morels with a lot of work still to do. Can he do anything here? Just going to be lurking around already. Still actually in there. They haven't got rid of him yet. Just holding. May try and deny the plant. Doesn't know that the man's actually right behind him. He's just holding right into the edge of that smoke and can just boost back up. They're not going to have any idea that he's here already. Manages a first, but can't get a second. Again, it's Keeve with the AWP to trade back 2 and leaves only Reetz. 1 versus 2, no kit. Has to try and clear out both remaining players in a matter of seconds. Gets the first. Keeve actually going to be peeking wide. Bomb isn't planted for him at the moment, and he's just going to try and bait in the defusal. Holding onto it, in fact. Keeve just going to be running in, and actually he's found the kill. It's going to be close. I think he may just have it. It's going to be very close indeed, but yes, Reetz will get the defusal. He baits in the remaining 2 players. And it is going to be 15-14. Game isn't over just yet. Ball is going to be called by Big. You still have a big advantage in terms of money. We'll have the AWP onto Maniz at least. Morels has been dropped. A FAMAS. Only 1 more tactical pause, although I don't know if you get extra ones when it goes into overtime, or if it goes into overtime, and if that is the case, won't matter too much. Tabson leading the charge, 29 and 19, doesn't surprise me too much. Eve, oh, goes for something fancy there, tries to jump around the corner, but isn't going to be hitting anything as of yet. Gonna want to take this here and now, not give Pride away back into this game. If anything, the CT side from Big was actually pretty weak, so you don't want to give it another opportunity. Already, Tabson going to be going down. It will be a quick trade, but Next takes an awful lot of damage. It's down to just 12 HP. Push going to be coming into middle. Godby trying to clear Morels out of the site. Now going to be setting up once again. Tom manages to pick up 1. Keeve with the trade, so it will be back into a 3 versus 3. Tom round the corner is going to be left completely blind, but the same can be said for Keeve, who's just looking to try and run back at the moment. 50 seconds left on the clock. He's going to be gathering up together. There's still actually 1 man over towards the other side of the map. That's going to be Maniz, so a lot of this is going to rely on Morels. Goes to the peek out, manages a first, but it's a quick trade. Tom, both players are low. 30 seconds left on the clock. Going to look to try and bait out the time. There is a rotation in from Maniz. Bomb is going to be planted. He's going to be coming out, actually walking closer and closer, right next to where Keeve is currently standing, and Next actually peeks out, and the last man has an AWP. It is going to be Big. Takes things to 16-14, a 3rd map incoming, and we are going off to Cobblestone. Guys, if you've enjoyed the cast, don't forget, you can type !caster in the chat. And we'll be back in just a moment to bring you the final map of this series. One of the team is going through to the semi-final, and Big They're going to want to try and turn things around.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.